the magical side of life, where anything is possible and the infinite is accessible to all. Let's have a conscious conversation about what's going on in the world, in your life, and your relationship from the expanded perspective of your soul. The path to awareness begins and ends in the heart. So let's take it there, one step at a time, and learn to cultivate magic in your life every single day. In each episode, we share a collective space in which we discover the unique facets of our own magic and embody our superhuman qualities by humbly exploring how it's super simply to be human. Hosts Kai and Del co-create a magical experience to remind you that you are magical as fuck. Now, be unleashed. This is our daily magic.
Hello.
You said hello or holla?
I don't know. What did you perceive it as?
Both into one.
Mwahahaha.
You know, in this photo right now, because I just put my water down, I'm like, yo, look at my pecs right now. Yo. You can say things are getting ethereal when chest is having a little pump to it, like the way that it is.
Oh my gosh.
Shout outs to CrossFit Clan for me being there working out. Shout outs to the nature for my nature walks. Shout out to this amazing water from, where is it? Thoughts in Motion in Montclair. Shout outs to you guys. And shout outs to this magical concoction right here from Keys Cacao that you could get your own brick of cacao from ardelymagic.com.
Or shoot us a DM.
It goes down in DM. So, welcome to another episode of our Daily Magic podcast. I was actually having a conversation with Kai over the weekend for a way of introducing a new way of explaining this magic that has been expanding, which is our podcast. And what I told her would resonate with me and it resonated with her as well is this podcast is designed to prove to whoever watching this just how magical your life is and how magic is everywhere, but then also your magic. So in this conversations that we do have on here with different guests, and obviously right now it's just Kai and myself for a magical moment, and whoever comes here live, we are just going to create some magic. We are going to create the most magical episode you ever witnessed so far, because this continues to expand. And as our saying says, you are magical as fuck, or as the voice of God says
In our intro.
So yeah, I am one half of the fully infinite completed host, Del, and my lovely wife,
Kai.
So isn't that cool when you see some stuff and get acknowledged the work that you have been doing? So the year of working at the gym and doing those things consistently, and doing the stuff I'm doing now, my regimen, even more aligned of my conscious eating habits and stuff like that. And I'm starting to see some results starting to transfer itself. And this is like the perfect one, because I don't know if I still got the photo of when I actually did this when I was working for Bayer, but my shirt was way more filled than the way it is right now, but it's filled in a good way.
Oh, I thought you meant your boobs were bigger.
Nah, my boobs are more defined now. Squeeze out protein juice.
Ew.
So, whoever's watching us live, hello. Get some comments. How are you doing today in this magical conversation? Let's get into it as well.
Yeah, who's here?
Show yourself. Give me your name. Like in the Exorcist movies and stuff like that. Tell me your name. And even just says like, baby, I don't want to. It gives like a riddle confirmation type of thing. I am the one that's everywhere and does bad stuff. Tell me your name. My name begins with a letter between A and Z. Can you guess it?
D.
So, progress,
Mhm.
acknowledgments, what I was talking about just now, and just how magical those are to like honor the consistency that you are doing to get to
Hey,
result.
Robbie.
Hello there.
Ah.
So for yourself, how often do you acknowledge yourself, like for those progress that you made, or even if there's something you can acknowledge yourself in this moment for whatever progress that you have made up to this moment? And same for you, Robbie, as well. If there's something you can acknowledge yourself for, put it in the comments. We'll love to hear it. Let's share that together. Let's create some magic.
Yeah. Okay. So, I watched this movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it's about like it's about universe hopping and dimension hopping at the same time. It was crazy movie. But what would happen is that the way that the people would universe hop or dimension hop is that they would do something that's like out of character, but would link them to them that's in the other universe or dimension. So it's like, I don't know. Let's say that I'm not really a swimmer, right? But you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna just do a professional dive into the pool. And then that would like break the habit of being who it is that I used to be. Because all of a sudden I've taken on this different activity and it's allowed me into a new world of possibility. So I've been playing with this. And it is a lot of fun. And it is literally all of the things that, you know, Joe Dispenza, Tony Robbins, all the people. Shout out to Jack Canfield, Aaron Abke. People. When we break the habit of being ourselves, there's just a whole other space that opens up. And it doesn't have to be by accident. It can absolutely be consciously. So I'm playing that game. It's a lot of fun. And all of the foundational work that I put into myself, being able to love myself for no gosh darn reason, being able to be myself without any particular context and know exactly who that is, and to be able to be in to be with anyone and be okay with that. All of those things, all that stuff, all that foundation has brought me to this very moment. I'm gonna celebrate that shit.
We have like I thought we had like the woo. We don't have one of those.
I don't know. Let me check. We got a unicorn.
Yeah, unicorn fun.
Is that me? Maybe it is. That's my spirit animal. Your turn.
With what? Already what? With what?
The question that you
I
asked.
already answered it.
No, you
As I
didn't.
asked it.
No, you did not.
You didn't hear my story of working out?
Yes.
If you were present to it, I already answered the question.
You
And I asked
answered
the
it in
question.
one aspect. We're talking about your whole life, man.
That's it. That was my whole life. Who I'm being in that moment translates everything else. I'm just saying.
There it is.
What?
There it is.
What?
The way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything.
Consistency. So that obviously that consistency expanded, but then also consistency is something that we all are consistent with, whatever aspects we are. The question is, are you honest with yourself to see where you consistent at right now? Are you consistent in proving that your story is more powerful than you, or are you consistent in proving that you're more powerful than your story? Are you consistent in proving that you're the character in your life, or are you consistent in proving that you're the director in your life? It's so many different levels of that consistency to being shown, and even for the consistency of working out and things like that. Am I consistent in self-sabotaging myself, or am I actually consistent in going there and expanding more and creating the goals that I actually have set in mind, which is the road to 225, 220 by May 28th, 25 days, or by or on May 28th, which is pretty cool. So it's about 20 something days or so of that. So I have this thing, have this path that I'm on, and I'm expanding more with it. But it's like, how are we consistent in our or believing our limitations, or are we consistent in believing that we're limitless? Some of us dibble and dabble with both. We are wishy-washy with consistency. Consistent being wishy-washy.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's fun. But the more awareness that I bring, the more I'm actually aware of what's happening in the moment. And that's taking a look at myself. And speak about awareness. This is an interesting story. And I'm gonna see if this resonates with you. And whoever is listening to, put a comment and let us know if this has happened to you as well. So I decided to go deeper into the meditations. So with the meditations, I normally do like that 50-minute one, morning, night type of thing. But then what was it, yesterday? I decided to go longer. I just felt called to do it longer. I felt called to, like, okay, I'm about to like really go beyond in this space. And something struck my mind because I remember somebody said something when it was like, yeah, when you're like in the space of I guess in that space of bliss and things like that, there's actually a place you can go beyond that. So I'm like, all right, even the bliss, because it's the same, that's the thing, like meditation. And Buddha said it as well, of that detachment, not holding on to anything. Even the great times are feeling good, let go of that. And the bad times as well, acknowledge it and let that go, let it continue. So in the bliss part of like the meditation, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let this go and see what happens. So I let it go. And then when I let that part go, this deep, deep shit started coming up to work on. It was very interesting. So I realized in that I had some real deep stuck resentment still that was stuck there. And it happened yesterday. And what I did, I continued to practice. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to let this go. Well, usually what happened, what I would do when I get this, oh, let me identify it. Let me cross-examine this. Where's this resentment coming from? And then when I did that, it'll just show me every single moment I was feeling resentment. And it'll just keep going, just keep going. So early in the morning, I was feeling it and I was being with it. Then I went on my nature walk and I'm all right. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it unravel. But I was like, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna let it be here. Cool. And that shit was there for a while. And the funny thing about it is when the emotions come up, and I realize that with my being more aware, is the mind will try to project all these different things for reasons for feeling that. And I realize I have a choice. Do I want to believe what this mind trying to tell me, trying to bring me the reasons. So like, here's the reason why. No, that's not true. Nope, that's not true. Nope, that's not true. I'm releasing this stuff within me, and I was with it. I was with it. I was with it. It was about a couple hours with it, but then eventually it dissipated. But what I realized is like there was just this part that I never fully like just allowed myself to feel those things fully, like fully, like really like allow them to be here and just be with it and like cool, let's talk. Who wants to talk about this? Who wants to do this thing? And I realized there was some like unprocessed anger that I had towards moments I never really let it out. So okay, cool. I'm walking right now. Just let it out. I was letting out the anger. I was doing this stuff, not destructive things, but just letting it out and being with it. And then, okay, are you okay now? Yes. And that was pretty much it. It was like just these emotions coming up, being with them, allowing them to process. But what I realized is like I first thought like, oh, when I'm in this blissful state of meditation, that's it. So then, okay, I'm good. But then when I let that go, I was like, oh, now there's deeper stuff to like take a look at. But then once I let that deeper stuff go, this moment that I was like content with, it came in even stronger. I'm like, okay, cool. So that's what it's all about. Nice. So have you like experienced stuff like that before, in which like like when things come up, so you're like, oh man, this emotion again, like that judgment could come up. Oh, this I thought I dealt with this already, and it's like a cleansing that was going on for me.
The way that I understand evolution is that it's in a spiral. And every time you go around the wheel, you get to move up a level and move up a level and move up a level and move up a level. But it's really all the same thing. It's just that it's experienced differently. So when those things come around again, it's never exactly the same. Because we're never exactly the same. But how it is that I experience allows me to understand the progress that I've made, like you were talking about before.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think that it's inevitable that they're going to come up again. That's just what we get to do.
yeah. That's the thing about it too. With the where previous experiences come up, because our mind obviously is a Rolodex information out there, and my own experiences, my mind will take in information from what happened before, and I would take the information what happened before from the level of wherever I was at, whatever I was experiencing. So this is what I believe. This is what happened. This is what I believe about it. And what can happen is never challenging those beliefs to even see that it was true, or even seeing it from a different perspective. And this is why, like I say, what my therapist told me that one time and never gave me the answer to it, and I found the answer on my own, is there's always another way to look at something. So when those things pop up, we can either go back to wherever stage we were in that moment, or if we're doing this awareness work of expanding and things like that, we can really start to look at it from a different perspective. But also, what helps me a lot too is asking like, how would God see this thing, or even asking for guidance, asking Holy Spirit or Spirit as well, whatever it is to you, to help me to see this in a loving way, unconditional loving way. Because obviously the way that I'll see it now is causing this resentment or whatever it may be. But being able to see it from that perspective, it really helps to start to. That's the way I like to see it, like all unwinded ball of yarn type of thing, like a cat.
Right. Maybe these things aren't meant to be just perceived in a loving way. Maybe they're just meant to be perceived.
Hmm.
Outside of any conditions. What are you smiling about?
I was waiting for you to expand. That's all I'm sitting there.
I have a feeling that like we get to have this wide spectrum of emotions to experience them. You know, it's like we get to have a life so that we can live it. So it's like all of these emotions, maybe they're just trying to move through us, give us a full life experience. Maybe all of the emotions want to move through us all the time. And all we have to do is just allow them. And the ones that we get stuck with, i.e., whatever it is that we're experiencing in the moment, just happen to be the ones that we're holding on to.
You know what happens when you hold on to them too long?
What?
What it causes? Huh?
Mm-hmm. Commercials?
Oops. Oops. Where my homie at? Here he is.
Emotional damage.
Hold on, where's my homie at? We should put that as a sound effect. We're gonna get that. We're gonna have that on there for next week.
Okay.
So that way, like some emotional damage. Holding on to the emotions. See, it's like holding on. When you hold on to something longer than what you need to, that's when suffering comes in. Holding on to these stuff, like let's say like from a perspective that caused you pain in those moments, and so holding on to that perspective way down the road, still holding on to that. It's like I'm holding on to this pain, holding on, when the pain really just wants to be let go, but we're holding on to it, so it causes more pain and more suffering. I totally understand now when Buddha says suffering is optional. But then I'm like, what if somebody was holding you tied and they kept stabbing you in the leg with something like a screwdriver or something? Isn't that suffering?
No, it's pain.
But you're still feeling the pain even after they stabbed you.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be suffering?
No, suffering is your experience of the pain.
But then also there's monks who can like lay on freaking spikes and stuff and just be chilling because they actually are beyond the space of feeling pain or suffering.
Do you really think that they're in a space beyond feeling the pain?
Yes.
Maybe they feel it and they're just okay with it. They're like, duh, I'm on a bed of nails. That's what this job calls for, and I'm doing it.
So if somebody got like a pineapple shoved up their ass, they could be beyond a point of, oh, I'm feeling these spiky things on my butt and I'm okay.
But why would you expect something different, especially if that's what you asked for and you knew your asshole was only this big to begin with and you put a pineapple in it?
I mean, a vagina is so small, but yet people are pushing babies through it.
Yeah, so don't you think a mom already knows that when she goes into birth that there's likely going to be pain there?
Yeah, but I feel like you can't even like embrace like how painful it may be with it as well.
That's the point. But you don't fight the pain from being there. You don't say, oh, I'm going to bypass the pain and go into this bliss place. No, you already know that it's going to be there.
And it's inevitable, right?
That's right. So you can be okay with it.
Yeah. And having this physical pain, I feel like emotional pain is inevitable as well for each and every one of us, meaning like a pet passing away, family member passing away, maybe somebody just says they don't like you anymore, losing friendships, getting fired from a job, losing a business, all these different things that will cause some emotional pain. It's something inevitable for it. And my belief is it's inevitable, but what really matters is how are you going to process that pain? How are you going to integrate what has happened? Are you going to integrate it from a state of being a victim, which a lot of us do with pain? Or is there a way to process that pain from a place of unconditional love?
I have a question.
I gotta get my question taker to ask a question. Go ahead.
You only gave 2 options.
There's infinite options, right?
Yeah.
What's the other options?
Whatever you want. You can have fun processing pain. You could be resentful processing pain. You could be numb processing pain.
You should be what?
Numb.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's plenty of stuff out there to numb the pain. Temporary.
There's an infinite number of ways.
Yeah, you're right. I just gave a couple examples of it.
True. You did. Great examples.
But the thing about, obviously, what you just said, to bring it home, there's infinite ways of processing pain. So if one way doesn't work for you, or maybe it's working for you for a little bit, but then you may feel like there's no other way to process the pain besides the way you're doing it, there isn't another option for that. And obviously there's healthy options out there as well for for processing the pain. And there are plenty of unhealthy ways as well.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I was speaking about health and unhealthy. Do I want to do it?
Is he gonna go there?
Yeah. I find it interesting how the unhealthy stuff is really celebrated out there for processing pain, but then the healthier versions of processing your pain are things that are shunned upon. So things to numb or suppress your pain are things warranted, but then the options and opportunities to actually fully process your pain and heal the pain and work through it isn't really shone upon there. But then also how we've been conditioned to do stuff in that way because felt like this is the way of doing it. This is it. And now there's like an abundance of different other ways of processing pain, especially in this holistic world of like shouts to Ron with his herbs, but also the emotion codes, dealing with your emotions and coaching, spiritual work, energy work, all these different ways of processing things and processing these in a healthier manner, but also to get the shift going. But then these other things out there, here, oh, you got all this pain and stuff here, take this medication to suppress it or to numb it. But I don't think they even say it that way, to deal with it. So,
manage.
There we go. To manage it, to manage your pain. Like, really? Like, do you want to live your life feeling that you have to manage it? Or would you actually, if there's an opportunity that you can alleviate and shift it, then why not try that option out? because we've been conditioned to believe that the only thing we can do is manage stuff and not really or create solutions and create the possibilities of getting things like healed and transformed. And especially if you ever get curious, you can look on Google and whatever ailments and stuff is going on, there's somebody out there who actually got fully healed from it, which is pretty amazing.
Totally. I mean, I can manage my hair by cutting it all off.
But do you want to?
Exactly. I can manage my kids by getting rid of them all.
Shit.
But do I want to? No. So maybe there are parts of people that they don't want to manage away. And maybe they've just made this decision inside of themselves that they are willing to take responsibility for keeping it.
Keeping what?
The example that you gave is pain. There are pain management doctors. Like, that's how much.
PMD.
That's how much people in general have decided to do what it is that they need to do in the stage of the journey that they're at and deal with and manage the pain with where they're at, as opposed to doing something different. And that's totally okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
Maybe if I go to college and I decide within myself that I would much rather be social than go and meditate in my room all the time. And being social comes with going out to parties. Then maybe I'm going to decide within myself that I want to manage my social life and go to parties instead of go in my room and meditate all the time. It's just a choice. There's no right or wrong. But managing my choices, I get to be with the choices that I make and manage the outcomes. He's smiling, and I'm enabling him.
Because you said alley-oop. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk. Because you have some amazing points. So that's why I'm allow you to talk before I take it down the spiral.
Oh, I'm not supposed to talk during your spiral?
No, you are. But you're making an amazing point. I want to allow you to keep going.
Oh.
If there's anything else you wanted to say before I ask a question.
Ask a question.
Okay. Or ask a question with a statement. So a questionment. So you made a good point with the whole the choice for like socializing, but then the choice for meditating and being by yourself and chilling. And this is something I was guilty of too, but then also I see it a lot going on out there. And it's the term with being an empath, feeling people's energy, feeling the emotions going on, feeling the environment and those things out there. And a lot of people, this is my perspective and also from my experience, was using the whole empath thing as a way of being a victim to your life. And that aspects right there, socializing, things like that. Like, oh, I can't go any place because all this energy around me, all these different emotions and stuff like that is so low vibrational. And now I'm just being a victim.
Did you say so low vibrational?
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
This space is so low vibrational.
Oh, I thought you meant solo vibrational. I was like, that's awesome.
So low vibrational.
Yeah.
Like,
solo vibe.
Solo vibrational. What is your solo vibrational? Sound like a name of a company.
Right.
Thanks for calling Solo Vibrational. Can you imagine like solo, so SOULO?
Ooh.
Solo.
Solo.
What was I going? Oh, with the victimhood, like the impact of victimhood, but then also being a judgmental spiritual person,
Mhm.
judging where other people are at, their energy, what they're bringing, and feeling the need like I gotta contain myself because I can't be in this space. It's affecting my energy, type of thing. I can't be here. Oh, I can't do this solo vibration. I can't go into the city because there's all this noise and all these things going around, and it's affecting me and all these other things.
Yeah.
And I asked myself a curious question that got me to shift from that. And once again, WWGD, what will God do? I'm like, does God like God's this infinite space? Is God like, oh my God, I can't deal with these people. They're just so low vibrational.
Actually, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Have you ever heard a person say that?
What? Yeah.
Then God did it.
Mm.
And by the way, you know, like when you go into a restaurant and maybe you don't like cheese, you're like, dang, every
Shit.
time I go into let me use something else then. Maybe you don't like asparagus. There we go. And I go into a restaurant and I'm like, fuck, they always put asparagus in there when I always tell them not
Asparagus
to.
delicious.
So I go in and I'm like, all right, I'm ordering this dish. I'm allergic to asparagus.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, okay. Let me make sure there's no asparagus in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get my food back and there's no asparagus in there. So all I was doing was communicating my preference, but I communicated it in a way where one, I really took it seriously, and I said what I needed to say in order to get the other person to take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I feel that stuff is.
Yeah. But then even in that aspects of feeling that, and this is what I do now. When I feel that, I'm not going to judge it. I'm going to send love in the space and also be the love in that space. Obviously, the reason why I'm there, there's always a spiritual meaning behind everything. And seeing it in that nature, but also what I realized what I was doing before was I was judging people who were on a path from a previous experience that I had and I actually overcame.
Mm-hmm.
And I was judging them because now they're on that path now. They're stuck in something that I went through before.
Mm-hmm.
And this part of me is like, why don't you get it? And then also the one that I hear a lot, and I said it before, guilty of it. When's everybody gonna wake up? When the real question is like, when are you gonna wake up? when am I gonna wake up and just see the perfection that's going on in the moment? And also the fact of it's not my job to save everyone as well.
Right. You know, I just realized something.
Spiritual savior complex, SSC.
Actually, it's the Jesus complex. Jesus is the savior.
Yeah, but I'm putting universal shout outs to everyone out there. You know, some people don't believe in Jesus. Some people might. Santa Claus. What if it's Santa Claus complex?
I just had a conversation with someone where I'm like, Santa Claus does not require you to believe in him. Leave the man alone. Jesus does not need you to believe in him. So who cares if people believe or not? I don't care. I believe in Santa Claus. 100%.
To believe. Have fun with that.
I have.
I believe in Godzilla as my spirit animal, so yeah.
You sure do. Why am I gonna waste my time judging you about it?
I know.
Or trying to get you to believe in what I believe in.
I mean, you see what's happening in the world right now? People feel like the world would be such a better place if we all just believed in the same thing. No. Stop. What are you trying to do? Make this a fucking Pleasantville type of shit?
Stop.
Like what's it? Leave it to Beaver type of world? Fuck that. The world would be a more peaceful place if you stop trying to force other people to believe what you believe.
Boom.
Be the peace. Because it's like, I believe this thing, and I'm trying to force you to believe in this thing. But no, you can't tell me what to do. how you think the other person feels? So now you both are doing the same thing. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna make you believe this. I'm gonna make you believe this. My belief is right. My belief is better. Yeah. What about in the world? All your beliefs are right. Cool. Be there. You have the coolest toy in the world? Fine. Amazing. Have fun with that. I'm not going to change it to make you think that my toy is there. Or, oh, this path that I have, it works because it led me to God. Amazing. So did my path. So did this other person's path. So did this other person's path. Somebody reached God by just sitting on a toilet taking a shit and had a aha moment. So it was like, there's so many different things that can happen out there. And like, I feel it's just my belief, but also it helps me to really navigate life in a more peaceful manner. You got the right to believe what you want to believe. I'm not going to try to change your beliefs. I try to change people's beliefs. You know how many times before, when somebody was like coming to me dealing with some personal problems, in certain moments, I would say, "Oh, you need Jesus," or "Oh, you need some ayahuasca," or "You need to meditate," or "You need this," or "You need that," because it's like so beneficial for me in those moments. And I realized that like just because it worked for me, it's not gonna work for everyone. There's some people out there it may work for, some people not, but like whatever you want to do, man. Like, who am I? You're not causing harm to me or anybody close to me, so have fun with it. Believe whatever you want to believe, because God is everywhere. God can get through to you with anything and anywhere.
As he sips his tea.
Water from Thoughts in Motion in Montclair. Check it out. Amazing place out there called the Water Bar. Place where you get drunk on water, baby. But their coffee was so fucking amazing. And I'm not a coffee guy.
Mm.
I'm gonna get the coffee again.
You want to go after this?
No. I got some business I want to handle.
Oh.
Some coaching business and stuff.
I'm in the mood to do some spontaneous shit. I don't know. You might call me and I'll be like at the beach or something.
Okay. Have fun.
I am.
As long as you're back by 4. That's nice. I think these are the cool things too. So like I'm getting the Zillow alerts from these different places and stuff like that. And like in that, we're just talking about the limitless or limited beliefs. So if I'm limitless, if there's something that I would like to create, like for example, these homes and stuff like that, what is stopping me from creating that right now? And it's the thing of the like manifestation law of attraction and stuff like that. How they say, oh yeah, visualize it, and all these other stuff, and take the action, take the actions for it. So it's like, what if like, so for this home, I'll look at this home like, yeah, that's an amazing home. That's a home I would like to be in. I'm going to create that. What do I need to do to create that? And then I just sit back and I wait for it. And then whenever I get an answer for that, I just go do it, type of thing. I wonder what will happen if I do that.
Let me know what happens.
Well, it seemed like I already got the answer because that's when that idea came through that I shared with you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's like things are coming together for that with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about just the execution and get it done type of thing. So like really, you want to do something spontaneous? Let's create what the stuff we need for that and get it going.
Ew.
Those type of ideas, huh?
When? Putting you on the spot on the podcast.
When we're done with the podcast.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Then I got right after I got the quick call that I'm about to do, and then we can do it, get it done. It's not going to take that long. It's actually an idea that's like here in the forefront. But there's numerous times I'll have an idea, and sometimes I execute it, sometimes I don't. And I want to see what happens if I'm consistent. Once again, consistent with executing ideas that come to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So even for this, and even for the business idea thing I was talking about before, they were saying, well, like business professionals and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
and going from there.
Cool. And so it is, and so it is.
It's always good when you. It's always pretty cool when you have your TikTok thing. When you have a TikTok and then people are viewing it and stuff, and then start getting mad, or you start getting likes. So the thing I shared about the selling thing, start getting likes on it and stuff. So let me see some good content.
Hmm.
I'm waiting for it to like
Did you do that already?
what? Oh, with the expanding more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. It's like playing a game. I'm learning detachment with these TikTok videos. So like this one video did 2,000, this one did a couple hundred. No, why only do this much? I wonder if it just went to my people, because then you could check the analytics for it. So why this only did this much? And it went to For You page, but then people only watched it for 8 seconds, and 12 people watched the full thing. So it's like that type of thing. But I'm learning. So they said like grab, yes, you gotta say something, grab their attention and things like that. Also, I know detachment, discernment, and the cool thing that I'm learning too, and this is with just life as well, allows to bring it home, is I feel like it's not about, obviously viral is like pretty cool, like go viral and stuff. I got a couple of things that went viral, but like it's really like who can you impact with what you're sharing, and also all it takes is one person to impact, a very influential person, like a powerful person.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday, making impact. I had no expectations for where I went to, and now I got all these connections that are gonna put me in front of like some pretty important people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, external important people.
PIP.
Pip.
Pretty important people.
But like even for that, like that attraction, remember I was like, oh, I tell you like the type of people I work with. I'm working with like the upper echelon people, like the wealthy people and stuff like that, because I want to like know like they actually have the stuff that a lot of people are striving for, and what are things that they're struggling with in their life, and have that conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
Might even just say like, hey, I want to do some interviews and have some conversations with them, but also I wonder how willing they will be to actually talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
to share.
That's an awesome idea.
I I can even say like if they're like, oh, I don't want my stuff out there. I was like, okay, we can do the thing in which like we put you in the dark room or the dark with the light on you and put the blur over your face and then like turn your voice like, I always wanted to do that, boys. So it's like you see me like here, and then I had the voice on. Her, hello, my name is Del. Fuck. Oh shit. Yeah, it's gonna be. We got watch him call this week, Doctor Strange.
Take two. Yeah. What day does it come out again?
Friday. There's no way in hell I'm going. I thought about it. Like, yeah, I want to go. I was thinking about seeing the late night screening.
Yeah.
Then I checked myself. I'm like, I would rather be sleeping. I used to be excited for those type of things, like the late night matinees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then also because Jaden wants to see it too. So,
Okay. Got it.
what's a matter of fact? What's that membership thing you're talking about?
AMC?
Yeah.
You gonna get it?
How much is it again?
25 something a month. You can see up to 3 movies a week. It's awesome.
I don't even know if I'll see 3 movies a week. So
But it's just the possibility of it makes me
I'm actually
excited.
I'm about to actually, once we're done,
Hmm.
about to get that Doctor Strange movie.
You know what?
What?
Let's explore some options with that. I have a couple of ideas.
Okay. We're at the 50-minute mark, so we can actually explore that now.
Okay, cool.
Until next time,
Stay magical, y'all.
drop that whatchamacallit though. Oh, I didn't even know we had that.
What?
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
What?
So here's an opportunity for you to be able to shift your perspective and create a reality that you want to create. This is a magical conversation, and we're just going to use some powers to get you there. Ready? Double snap.
It was so nice. You did it twice.
Oh my god. I don't even know which one it is now.
This one. See you next week.